Dear chosen one, there is a sacred truth written over your life. Your true love is coming, divinely approved by God Himself. This is not just a fleeting hope. It is a promise rooted in the infinite wisdom and love of the Almighty. While you may not see it now, the seeds of this promise are already taking root, and the path to fulfillment is unfolding before you. As you stand on the edge of this divine promise, let your heart be filled with peace. God's timing is perfect, and His plans are without flaw. Trust that He has crafted a love story so profound, so unique, that it surpasses anything you could have envisioned for yourself. This is not an ordinary connection. It is a union blessed and ordained by the Creator. Chosen one, take a moment to reflect on how deeply loved you are by the one who designed this promise for you. Even in moments of doubt or impatience, know that this journey is sacred. The waiting is not wasted, it is purposeful. God is aligning circumstances, refining hearts, and preparing a love that will glorify Him and bring you unparalleled joy. Let your spirit rest in the knowledge that the one who created the stars has also written this love into your destiny. As you walk forward, carry this truth. You are loved, you are seen, and the promise of your true love is as certain as the sunrise. Chosen one, as you await the arrival of your true love, know that this is a time of preparation, a sacred season to ready your heart for the divine union that is to come. Just as a gardener prepares the soil before planting seeds, so must your heart be cultivated to receive the fullness of this blessing. Begin by reflecting on the qualities you wish to bring into this relationship. Patience, kindness, forgiveness, and grace. These are the cornerstones of a love that mirrors God's design. Ask yourself, how can I nurture these qualities in my life today? Remember, the love you seek will thrive on the foundation you build within yourself. This is also a time to deepen your connection with God. Draw near to Him in prayer and meditation, seeking His guidance as you prepare for this chapter of your journey. Let Him reveal areas of your life that may need healing or growth, so that you can step into this relationship as the best version of yourself. Chosen one, do not rush this process. God is not only preparing you, but also preparing your future partner. Trust that He is working on both hearts simultaneously, aligning your paths with divine precision. As you prepare, know that you are becoming the answer to someone else's prayer, just as they are becoming the answer to yours. Celebrate this season of preparation, for it is a testament to God's love and care for you. Every step you take now is bringing you closer to the fulfillment of His promise. Walk forward with faith, knowing that your heart is being shaped for a love that will honor Him and fill your life with joy. Chosen one, patience is not merely the act of waiting. It is the posture of faith and trust in God's perfect timing. In this moment, as you anticipate the arrival of your true love, God invites you to lean into patience, not as a burden, but as a sacred opportunity to grow closer to Him. Waiting can feel like an endless stretch of uncertainty, but understand this: in the divine process, waiting is preparation. God is not only orchestrating your meeting with the one He has approved for you, but also shaping both of your hearts for the love that will unfold. As you wait, reflect on the truth that every delay is not denial, but a purposeful step in a greater plan. During this time, allow patience to deepen your faith. When doubt whispers questions like, "Why hasn't it happened yet?" or "Will it ever come?" turn your heart toward God. Remind yourself that the Creator of time has set the perfect moment for your love story to begin. His timing is neither early nor late, it is precise. Trust in that precision, for God's plans never fail. Chosen one, see this period of waiting as a gift. Use this time to nurture the qualities that will make your love story thrive. Cultivate kindness, practice empathy, and build a spirit of resilience. These virtues will not only prepare you for your partner, but also deepen your relationship with God. Patience is also about living fully in the present. Don't let the anticipation of the future rob you of the joy of today. Cherish the blessings you already have and find joy in the growth you are experiencing. Each moment is a piece of the masterpiece God is painting in your life. Above all, let patience bring you peace. Knowing that God is in control of every detail should give you the assurance to rest in His plan. The love you are waiting for is worth the wait, and the journey toward it is a sacred part of the story. Chosen one, Before stepping into the love God has approved for you, there is a vital part of your journey that requires attention: healing. True love thrives in hearts that are whole, and God, in His infinite wisdom, desires to heal any wounds you carry from the past before your new chapter begins. Take time to reflect on your heart's condition. Are there unresolved hurts, disappointments, or betrayals that still linger? These wounds, if left unaddressed, can act as barriers to fully embracing the love God has prepared for you. Acknowledge them, not to dwell in pain, but to begin the process of release and renewal. Start by bringing your hurts before God in prayer. He is the ultimate healer, the one who can mend even the deepest wounds. Speak honestly to Him about the pain you've experienced, and trust that He is more than able to restore what was broken. Psalm 147:3 reminds us, He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Lean into that promise, knowing that God's healing is complete and transformative. Healing also involves forgiveness. As difficult as it may be, releasing those who have wronged you is a powerful step toward freedom. Forgiveness is not about condoning their actions, but about liberating your heart from the chains of resentment. Ask God for the strength to forgive. And remember that forgiveness is a gift you give yourself as much as it is a gesture of grace toward others. Chosen one, as you heal, you may also need to forgive yourself. Sometimes the hardest person to extend grace to is the one staring back in the mirror. If you've made mistakes or decisions you regret, bring them to God. His grace is boundless, and His love is unconditional. Let go of guilt and shame, knowing that you are a new creation in Him. Lastly, recognize that healing is a journey, not an overnight event. Be patient with yourself as you go through this process. Celebrate small victories. Each moment of clarity, each step toward release is evidence of God's work in you. When healing has taken root in your heart, you will find yourself free to embrace the love God has ordained for you. Your past will no longer define you. Instead, it will serve as a testament to God's power to restore and renew. Walk boldly in this healing, knowing that you are being prepared for a love that reflects His glory. Chosen one, before the love God has promised can fully flourish in your life, you must first master the art of self-love. This is not selfish or self-centered, but a divine act of honoring the masterpiece God created in you. Loving yourself is a reflection of God's love for you, and it sets the tone for how others will love and respect you. Take a moment to reflect on how God sees you. You are fearfully and wonderfully made, Psalm 139:14. Crafted with intention and purpose. Every detail of your being was formed with love and precision by the Creator of the universe. When you look in the mirror, you are gazing at someone who carries God's fingerprints. Let that truth sink in. Self-love begins with self-awareness. As your chosen one, God calls you to understand your strengths, your weaknesses, your passions, and your purpose. Celebrate the unique qualities that make you who you are, and embrace the areas where you are still growing. You are not defined by your flaws, but by the potential God sees in you. Part of self-love is setting boundaries that protect your peace and prioritize your well-being. Learn to say no to things that drain your energy and yes to what nurtures your soul. As God's chosen one, you have the right to safeguard your heart and mind, ensuring that they are aligned with His purpose for your life. Invest in yourself. Take care of your physical health, nurture your mind with knowledge, and feed your spirit with God's Word. Spend time in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. When you prioritize your own well-being, you are honoring the temple that God created. 1 Corinthians 6:19-20. Finally, chosen one, let self-love lead you to gratitude. Instead of focusing on what you perceive as lacking, thank God for the gifts, talents, and opportunities He has placed in your life. Gratitude shifts your perspective and opens your heart to receive even more blessings. Remember, the love you give to yourself reflects the love you will be able to give to others. When you love yourself with the same compassion and grace that God extends to you, you prepare your heart to receive the true love He has ordained for you. Chosen one, as you await the arrival of your true love, it's essential to anchor your heart in unwavering faith. The journey toward the fulfillment of God's promise may have its uncertainties, but faith is the bridge that connects you to His divine timing and purpose. Faith is not just believing in what you can see, it's trusting in the unseen. Hebrews 11:1 reminds us, "Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see." As God's chosen one, you are called to trust that He is working behind the scenes, aligning every detail of your life for your good. Begin by reflecting on God's faithfulness in the past. Consider the times He has provided, healed, or opened doors you never imagined possible. Let those memories serve as a reminder that the same God who was faithful then will be faithful now. He is unchanging and steadfast. Strengthening your faith requires daily connection with God. Make time for prayer, worship, and meditation on His Word. These practices not only deepen your relationship with Him, but also provide the reassurance and strength you need to remain hopeful. As you spend time in His presence, you will find peace that surpasses understanding. Philippians 4:7. Surround yourself with a community of faith. As God's chosen one, you are not meant to walk this journey alone. Seek out friends, mentors, or a church family who can encourage and support you. Their testimonies and prayers will strengthen your belief in God's promises for your life. Faith also means letting go of control. Trusting in God's timing means surrendering your desire to dictate how and when things should happen. It's about saying, "Lord, I trust you to write my story in the way that brings you the most glory." Letting go can be difficult, but it's in that surrender that true peace is found. Finally, let your faith be active. Prepare for the love God has promised by living as though it is already on its way. Be intentional in your growth, take steps toward the life you desire, and trust that God will meet you in those efforts. Faith without works is dead. James 2:26. So let your actions reflect your trust in His plan. Chosen one, your faith is the foundation upon which this love story is being built. Strengthen it daily, and let it be the compass that guides you through uncertainty, the anchor that holds you steady in waiting, and the light that leads you to the fulfillment of God's promise. Chosen one, the promise of true love is not just a fleeting hope, but a divine reality already set in motion. As you wait for its manifestation, God invites you to actively envision the blessings He has prepared for you. Visualization is a powerful act of faith. It allows you to align your mind and heart with the promise and live as though it is already fulfilled. Begin by imagining the qualities of the love God is sending into your life. Visualize a relationship grounded in kindness, mutual respect, and a shared purpose. See the joy of companionship, the strength of unity, and the peace of knowing that this connection was designed by God Himself. Let these images fill your spirit with anticipation and gratitude. Envisioning this promise is not about creating unrealistic expectations, but about cultivating hope and trust. As God's chosen one, allow these visualizations to act as reminders of His faithfulness. See this relationship as more than just romantic love. It is a divine partnership meant to glorify God and bless others. Take time to picture yourself as a partner in this love story. What kind of love do you bring to the table? Visualize yourself growing in compassion, patience, and understanding, becoming the person who will nurture and sustain this relationship. God is not only preparing your future partner, but also preparing you to step into this role with grace and confidence. Visualization also helps to combat doubt. When negative thoughts creep in, threatening to make you question whether this promise will ever come to pass, close your eyes and return to the image of God's promise. Remind yourself that if He has spoken it, He will fulfill it. Numbers 23:19. Your faith and imagination become tools to strengthen your belief. Finally, chosen one, let this act of visualization be an act of worship. Thank God in advance for the love He is sending. Celebrate the vision as though it has already arrived, because in His divine plan, it already exists. By aligning your heart with His promise, you are stepping closer to the day when it will become your reality. Chosen one, as you anticipate the arrival of your true love, God calls you to cultivate a heart of openness. Openness is more than just being receptive to new possibilities. It is the willingness to let God lead you in unexpected ways. Sometimes, the blessings He prepares come wrapped in forms we do not expect, and openness allows us to recognize them. Start by being open to God's guidance. As His chosen one, invite Him into every aspect of your journey. Pray for clarity and discernment, asking Him to reveal the right opportunities, people, and paths. Trust that He will direct your steps, Proverbs 3:5-6. Even when the way forward seems uncertain. Openness also requires humility. Be willing to let go of preconceived notions about how your true love will enter your life. God's plans often surpass our own expectations. The person He has chosen for you may arrive in a way or at a time you least anticipate. Keep your heart and mind flexible, knowing that God's surprises are always perfect. Cultivating openness means being present in the moment. As God's chosen one, don't let the anticipation of the future cause you to overlook the blessings of today. Engage fully in your current relationships, activities, and opportunities. You never know how God might use these experiences to lead you closer to your promise. Openness also involves vulnerability. Allow yourself to be seen and known by others. Building meaningful connections requires courage and authenticity. As you share your thoughts, dreams, and feelings, you create space for genuine relationships to flourish, relationships that may pave the way to your divine connection. Finally, chosen one, embrace the idea that love often grows in unexpected places. Be open to meeting new people, exploring new environments, and stepping outside of your comfort zone. God may use a seemingly ordinary moment to spark an extraordinary love story. Your willingness to say yes to new possibilities could be the key that unlocks His promise. As you cultivate openness, remember that God's plans are always good. By trusting Him and allowing Him to guide you, you position yourself to receive the love He has ordained for you. Keep your heart open, your spirit expectant, and your faith unwavering, knowing that His promise will come to pass in ways beyond your imagination. Chosen one, as you journey toward the love that God has promised and approved, there is a vital step you must take: healing and forgiving. Love thrives in a heart that is whole, and God, in His infinite wisdom, desires for you to approach this new chapter with freedom and clarity. Healing and forgiveness are not just for others, they are gifts you give to yourself, unlocking the ability to fully embrace what is to come. Begin by looking inward. Are there past relationships, disappointments, or betrayals that still weigh on your heart? Be honest with yourself about the wounds you carry. Recognizing them is not a sign of weakness, but a step towards strength. God cannot heal what we hide, so bring your pain into His light. As His chosen one, trust that He sees every hurt, every tear, and every scar, and He is ready to restore you. Healing requires surrender. Hand over the pain, anger, and resentment to God. Pray fervently, asking Him to take the burdens you were never meant to carry. In Matthew 11:28, Jesus says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Trust in His promise to lift the weight from your shoulders and replace it with peace. Forgiveness is the next step, and it can often be the hardest. Forgiving those who have wronged you does not excuse their actions, but releases you from the chains of bitterness. Pray for the strength to forgive, even if the person who hurt you has never apologized. Remember, forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. It's the key to unlocking the love and joy that God has prepared. Chosen one, don't forget to extend forgiveness to yourself. You may have made choices or decisions in the past that you regret, but God's grace is greater than any mistake. Lay your guilt and shame at His feet, and allow His mercy to wash over you. You are not defined by your past, but by His promise. As you heal and forgive, you will feel a sense of freedom and renewal. The weight of past wounds will no longer hold you back, and your heart will be open to fully embrace the love that God is sending. Healing is not always immediate, but each step forward is a step closer to the wholeness God desires for you. Trust Him in this process. Chosen one, the love God has approved for you is not a distant dream. It is a reality already in motion. While you may not know the exact time or manner in which it will arrive, God invites you to live each day with expectancy. Expectancy is not passive. It is an active and joyful anticipation of the fulfillment of His promise. Living with expectancy begins with a mindset of trust. As His chosen one, believe wholeheartedly that what He has promised will come to pass. In Jeremiah 29:11, God says, "For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." Let this truth fill your heart with confidence. Create a life that reflects your belief in this promise. Prepare your heart, your mind, and your environment for the arrival of true love. Ask yourself, am I ready to welcome the person God has prepared for me? If there are areas of your life that feel chaotic or unaligned, take intentional steps to bring them into order. This is not about perfection, but about readiness. Living with expectancy also means celebrating the journey. Don't wait for the promise to be fulfilled to experience joy. Find beauty and purpose in the present moment. Trust that every experience, whether joyful or challenging, is shaping you into the person you need to be for this divine relationship. Expectancy invites gratitude. Thank God daily for the love that is on its way even before it arrives. Gratitude aligns your heart with His promises and reminds you of His faithfulness. It shifts your focus from what you lack to the abundance of blessings already present in your life. Chosen one, living with expectancy doesn't mean living with impatience. Trust God's timing, knowing that He is never early or late, instead of asking, when will it happen? Focus on the assurance that it will happen, and it will happen at the perfect moment. Finally, let your expectancy inspire those around you. Share your journey of faith with others, encouraging them to trust in God's promises for their own lives. Your confidence and joy can be a beacon of hope to those who are waiting for their own breakthroughs. Chosen one, live with the joyful anticipation that God's promise is not only real, but imminent. Let every thought, word, and action reflect your belief in His divine plan. Your true love is coming, and each day brings you closer to the moment when God's promise will unfold in its fullness. Keep your heart open, your faith strong, and your eyes fixed on the one who is orchestrating it all. Chosen one, as you journey toward the love God has promised, it's essential to embrace the beauty of His divine timing. The waiting period, while often challenging, is a sacred space where God aligns everything perfectly. Trust that He is orchestrating every detail of your life and your future partner's life to ensure that when the moment comes, it will be nothing short of extraordinary. Start by shifting your perspective on waiting. Waiting is not a punishment or a delay. It is preparation. God is not withholding His blessings from you. He is perfecting them for you. Every day that passes is another step toward the fulfillment of His promise. As Isaiah 60:22 says, when the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. Let this truth anchor your heart in patience and trust. Use this time to reflect on the lessons God is teaching you. Perhaps He is showing you areas of growth, strengthening your character, or deepening your relationship with Him. As His chosen one, understand that these lessons are not just for you, but also for the love story He is writing for you. The wisdom and resilience you gain during this season will enrich the partnership you are destined to have. Embracing divine timing also means surrendering your own timeline. It's natural to have expectations about when and how love should arrive, but God's plans often exceed anything we could imagine. Surrendering doesn't mean giving up hope. It means trusting God's sovereignty. Pray daily, Lord, I trust your timing. Let your will, not mine, be done. While you wait, celebrate the progress you see, even in small ways. Perhaps you notice personal growth, new opportunities, or a deeper sense of peace. These are signs that God is at work, even when the larger picture isn't yet clear. Gratitude for the present strengthens your faith for the future. Finally, chosen one, remember that God's timing is not only about you, it's about aligning two lives perfectly. Your future partner may be on their own journey of growth, healing, or preparation. Trust that God is working on their heart, just as He is working on yours. When the time is right, your paths will cross in a way that glorifies Him. Embracing divine timing is an act of faith, patience, and trust. Let go of anxiety and lean into the peace that comes from knowing that God's plan is perfect. Your love story is unfolding exactly as it should, and the waiting will make the fulfillment even sweeter. Chosen one, as you continue on this journey toward the love God has ordained, it's crucial to recognize His hand in every step. God is not a distant observer. He is actively involved, guiding you, preparing you, and aligning circumstances in ways you may not yet see. When you open your heart to His presence, you'll begin to notice the divine fingerprints on your journey. Start by reflecting on the ways God has already been faithful. Think back to moments when He provided guidance, comfort, or unexpected blessings. These are reminders that He is always at work, even when His plans are not immediately visible. As Lamentations 3:22-23 says, His mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning. Recognizing God's hand requires spiritual attentiveness. Take time each day to pray and seek His direction. Ask Him to reveal His presence in your life and listen for His gentle whispers. Sometimes His guidance will come through scripture, a sermon, or even a conversation with a friend. Stay open to the ways He communicates. As you look for God's hand, pay attention to the connections and opportunities He brings into your life. Perhaps He introduces you to new people, opens doors you didn't expect, or gives you clarity about what you truly desire in a partner. These moments are not coincidences. They are orchestrated by the One who holds your future. Recognizing God's hand also means trusting Him in the detours. Life doesn't always go according to plan, and sometimes the path to your promise may feel winding or uncertain. But as His chosen one, remember that even the detours are part of His design. He uses every experience, good and challenging, to prepare you for the love He has approved. Finally, chosen one, let recognizing God's hand fill you with gratitude and peace. Knowing that the Creator of the universe is personally involved in your story is a profound reminder of His love for you. Trust that He is leading you toward His best, and let that assurance give you confidence as you move forward. God's hand is guiding every aspect of your journey, from the smallest details to the grandest plans. Open your eyes and your heart to see His presence, and let that recognition deepen your trust in His promise. The love He is preparing for you will be a reflection of His faithfulness, a reminder that His hand has been with you every step of the way. Chosen one, as you approach the fulfillment of God's promise of true love, there is a powerful tool that will not only sustain you, but elevate your spirit: gratitude. Living in gratitude for every step of this journey transforms your heart, allowing you to see the beauty in both the waiting and the promise. Gratitude invites joy, aligns you with God's will, and prepares your soul to receive the blessings He has prepared. Begin by thanking God for this moment, right here, right now. Even if the promise hasn't yet materialized, acknowledge the gift of the journey itself. Every lesson learned, every challenge overcome, and every step forward is evidence of His hand at work in your life. Reflect on the growth you've experienced during this season. Perhaps you've developed patience, resilience, or a deeper relationship with God. These are not small victories. They are treasures that have eternal value. Gratitude is not just about acknowledging what God has done, it's about trusting what He will do. As His chosen one, thank Him in advance for the love He has promised. Speak words of faith. Lord, I thank You for the partner You are preparing for me. I trust that Your timing is perfect, and I know this love will reflect Your glory. Gratitude strengthens your faith and shifts your focus from waiting to anticipating. Take time to notice the blessings that surround you daily. Gratitude is not reserved for the grand moments. It thrives in the ordinary. Thank God for the friends and family who support you, the opportunities that shape you, and even the quiet moments that allow you to rest. When you cultivate a grateful heart, you begin to see His goodness everywhere. Living in gratitude also inspires action. As God's chosen one, use your blessings to bless others. Share your journey. Encourage someone who may be struggling, or extend kindness to someone in need. Gratitude flows outward, and as you give, you open yourself to receive even more of God's abundance. Finally, let your gratitude glorify God. Let it be a testimony of His faithfulness and love. When others see your heart of thankfulness, even in seasons of waiting, they will be inspired to trust in His promises for their own lives. Gratitude is contagious, spreading hope and joy wherever it is displayed. Chosen one, gratitude is more than a feeling, it is a lifestyle. By living in gratitude for the journey, you prepare your heart to fully embrace the love that is coming. Your joy and thankfulness are a reflection of your faith in the One who is writing your story, and they position you to receive His blessings with open arms. Chosen one, the time is drawing near when God's promise of true love will be fulfilled. As you prepare to step into this new chapter, God invites you to fully embrace the promise with faith, joy, and an open heart. This is not a moment to shrink back in doubt or fear. It is a moment to step boldly into the life He has prepared for you. Embracing the promise begins with confidence. As His chosen one, remind yourself that this love is not something you earned. It is a gift from God. He has approved it, orchestrated it, and delivered it at precisely the right time. Stand firm in the truth that you are worthy of this blessing because He has declared you worthy. Open your heart completely to the love that is coming. Vulnerability can be difficult, especially if past experiences have left you guarded. But remember, this is a love designed by God, built on trust, respect, and divine purpose. Let go of the fears and doubts that whisper lies about your worthiness or the potential for failure. Instead, embrace this promise with the assurance that God's plans for you are good and perfect. Jeremiah 29:11. As you step into this promise, remain grounded in God's presence. True love is not a replacement for your relationship with Him. It is an extension of it.